I want to talk about effectiveness over efficiency. My name is Scott Benham, and I am an intrapreneur. Okay, entrepreneurs, I believe that entrepreneurs are the single biggest secret to visionaries, entrepreneurs, founders that there could possibly be. Because we want to build the things that are in your mind, that are in your heart, the things that you see with your mind's eye that you can't possibly do yourself, that you're going to get all the credit for, but we can build it because we've done it before. Because not only are we passionate about what we do, but we're not trying to take what you do. We're just trying to extend, accelerate, deepen, advance, finish the things that you probably wish you started a long time ago, if you're an entrepreneur, right? Those things are the things that we love. Now, we operate with an entrepreneurial mindset. So a lot of people think that we're entrepreneurs, but we're not. We're intrapreneurs. We are here to build someone else's vision, someone else's idea, someone else's mastermind, course, program, event, department. We are the builders. We are the creators. Now, you might ask yourself, man, I don't understand what makes you different from anybody else? Well, it's the diversity that we have, the skill set diversity, right? We've got multiple passions and we can do them all really, really well. Why? Because, we can be a little bit ADD. And what I mean by that is that we're not singularly focused on one specific function, customer success or IT or web design or graphic design or product development. We like them all. And because we like them all, we do them all pretty well. And we can weave in and out of those pieces, those functions, those responsibilities to elevate, equip, and extend every single person's team that we work with. Now, can we come in and be your tiger team and create something out of nothing? Of course we can. But we work best when we're working with your existing team, when we're extending the capabilities of your team, because we're entrepreneurial minded. As entrepreneurs, we don't have an employee mindset that says we only do this thing. We actually ebb and flow out of functions, and we understand what those other functions need so we can accomplish our end goal to launch, grow, or scale the thing that's in your heart. And here's the thing. We build with effectiveness in mind. We want to be dangerously effective. And I was talking to a client this morning about effectiveness and efficiency. And we're in this phase in which we're growing the business that we launched back in August. It's starting to get into growth phase. And when we launch something brand new, being effective is the most important thing you can possibly do. Because if you're not effective, guess what happens? Nothing. Nothing happens. Nothing is launched when you're not effective. Because you need speed and you need to be effective. Those two pieces go hand in hand. Most people say, well, what about the CRM? Why don't we just put this into our project management software? How about we develop this great platform? No, those things don't matter. They just don't matter. You can launch without any of that stuff. Is it harder? Sure it is. Is it faster? You bet. Effectiveness over efficiency. Okay, effectiveness over efficiency when you're launching. Now, in that launch phase, and in my definition, I say launch is 0 to roughly about $1 million. Okay, roughly about $1 million in revenue. So when you're launching, all of a sudden, you're starting to get feedback. You're making pivots on the fly. But you're not really worried about the systems, the process, the platform, the CRM. Like those things just don't bother you. They're not a focus because they shouldn't be. When they start to become a focus, when you get into that growth phase, now all of a sudden you look back and think, man, what a mess we've left. This is a mess. We don't have an intake form for these students. We don't have a standardized onboarding process for these coaches. You start to see all the things that you've missed. But I want to encourage you, you haven't missed it. It was just completely unnecessary. Because if you're always getting ready to get ready, nothing ever happens. This is the core difference between employees and intrapreneurs. We roll up our sleeves, get stuff done so we can advance, so we can finish, so we can break through the mundane, the boring, the heavy, slow down muck of corporate America. And that's one of the reasons why corporate America isn't one of our core clients, right? We're working with people who are under 100, under $50 million a year, because we can move fast, we can ebb and flow within the team to be effective, to create efficiency. Because most of the time, people just get ready, and those things never launch. They never see success because they never let the discomfort of effectiveness sit for long enough. So as you start to grow, you recognize, man, this room is a mess. We just kind of dumped a bunch of Legos everywhere. There's nowhere to walk here. Now it's time to get efficient. Now it's time where you're starting to standardize on things like project management systems or a CRM, right? Or intake forms, and making sure things are integrated in order that information flows so that not only the customer success team, but also finance and also the coaches and everybody from an operational and administrative perspective understand what's happening. Communication starts to flow, right? That's how you can tell when you're starting to build more efficiency. Now, here's the tough part. When you're balancing effectiveness and efficiency and trying to figure out which one wins, effectiveness, I think I switched these. Effectiveness is always going to win. Always, always, always be more effective than efficient. Because if you put undue process, undue systems, undue structure, undue framework on something that doesn't have the ability to grow, you're going to grow past that problem and only solve parts of it with your amazing CRM or your amazing onboarding process or your amazing whatever. Okay, so effectiveness is high when you're launching. It's low, almost unrecognizable when you're launching in terms of efficiency. Once you get into growth phase, effectiveness is still high. Now, all of a sudden, efficiency is starting to jump. You're starting to see systems and process that's necessary to improve customer experience, to improve all the things. And then once you get into scale, now efficiency is starting to build and you have a balanced approach. And again, scale is going to look different. It's going to be defined different for you than it might be for me. I look at scale as $10+ million a year. Launch, grow, scale, effectiveness over efficiency. These things matter. They matter as you're building. They matter as you're maintaining. And they matter as you look to peel things off to either grow further or start something brand new.